beautiful day as we are live on the blue carpet of Clover Hall. Ocean Ambassadors Foundation presents to you the establishment of Lagos Blue Economy Project and the renaissance of EHINGBETI Maritime Hub. Right here, we are going to present to you the brains and the brains of the Ocean Ambassadors Foundation, the ones behind this beautiful, beautiful event. As you know, right here, the Ocean Ambassadors Foundation tends to fund, maritime and sea economy. So stay tuned with me. My name remains Inumiju and I am your host for today. Of the Ocean Foundation Ambassadors, I have Mr. Dr. Atilade. Welcome, sir.
You're welcome.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Okay, so to your own understanding, what do you think this event is about?
It's very apt.
Okay.
Apt for our development, apt for us moving forward, because this is a kind of opportunity to annex the resources of our oceans. Nigeria is blessed.
Yes.
Lagos State is blessed. But without this concept, this contemporary concept of the economy, we cannot take full advantage. And when we are talking about taking advantage, we are talking about taking sustainable advantage. I mean, exploring our oceans and its resources in a sustainable way. This is what the blue economy is about.
So, sir, if you were to speak on the EHINGBETI Maritime Hub, could you tell us just one or two?
Yes, EHINGBETI, thinking about EHINGBETI now, is taking a renaissance of what used to be, what was the backbone of the then prosperous, blissful Lagos. The Lagos, that time it was like a commerce on sea. So what we're saying is that the proud people of Lagos, we say Tojo EHINGBETI, Tojo Letiko, that's Yoruba. It's like an assurance of the wealth and prosperity of Lagos. That was what makes the Lagos colony of those days to be one of the most popular, most powerful British colony. Lagos was one of the most popular and most powerful British colony. Why? Because of the commerce. So when you talk about EHINGBETI, we are talking about the old good days of Lagos. What made Lagos to be beautiful, powerful in those days? So what we're saying now is that we're thinking about, we are going back to explore. We just want to explore, those lessons that could be brought into the idea of blue economy.
Thank you so much, sir. One last question before you go. If you were to rate your expectations for today's event over 100, what would it be?
I'll give 80%.
80, okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
She's done very well.
Have a lovely time.
Thank you very much.
On the blue carpet of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation, I have with me Mrs. Nika Jones. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing, ma?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine, ma. So, ma, just a quick question. To you, what does maritime mean to you?
This program or maritime?
Maritime in general.
Maritime in general. Well, I think I got more enlightened today about my knowledge of maritime is very limited. But today, I have a broader perspective and broader knowledge based on what the experts have taught us on this afternoon.
Okay, ma'am. So if you were to say you've learned something, if you were to rate what you've learned over 100, what would we put it in?
I'll put it at 80%, just not to be too ambitious. 80%, not to be too ambitious.
So if you have the chance to go into maritime slightly, would you want to be in it?
I would want to be in it. I'm even interested. I'll be spurred on now. Because I took even some points down. I think I'm still going to see the what do you call it? The facilitator of this program. I want to know more. I want to get involved.
Okay, So if you were to rate the entire event from decor to everything over 100, what would it be?
It will be about 95.
90?
Yes.
That is
The
a lot.
facilitator has done so well. Honestly, I'm telling you. And she needs to be encouraged.
Thank you
She
so
has
much.
done well. Thank you very
Have
much.
a lovely time.
Yes, thank you.
We are still live on the blue carpet of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation, and I have with me a beautiful man here. Hi, sir.
Fine.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, so to you, what does maritime mean to you?
Maritime.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a professional on that
It
side.
doesn't. You don't need to be. You don't need to be a professional. But what does it mean to you?
To me, maritime is about water,
Yeah.
waterways, and some other business related to waterways.
Would you agree that maritime needs to include women more than men?
Yes,
Why would you say so?
because what man can do, woman too can do it.
Okay.
And
So
most of the people on the maritime industry, some of them are women.
yes, some of them.
Yes, who are professionals.
Okay, so you've attended the event.
Yes.
If you were to rate it over 100, what would it be?
What?
If you were to rate the event over 100,
Super.
super. So we're saying the 100, yeah.
100 plus.
Thank you
Because
so
to
much.
give
sir.
people awareness.
Yes.
Because you see, most people don't know much about maritime industry.
Yeah.
But with this event, it awake everybody
Yeah.
to know the importance of maritime and being a Lagosian. At least, I have to give kudos
Thank
to
you so
that
much.
woman because she's the daughter of the soil.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a lovely time. Still live at the Ocean Foundation's ambassador, I have with me a beautiful woman. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
So first of all, I would ask you, how do you feel being here? Because most times when we ask maritime people, they are always very excited. So how do you feel?
Excited is the word.
Okay.
Expectant. You know, this would be the merger of Lagos and the maritime industry, more like a fusion. So it's very exciting to be here,
That is-
and I'm very expectant.
That is very beautiful. So if you were to rate the entire event based on the documentary, I know you've not seen it yet. If you were just to rate it over 100, what would it be?
Who was that I sang 10 over 10? 10 over 10.
That is so beautiful. So, do you have any insight on the establishment of Lagos project and what brought about it?
Well, this is about the blue economy, and the blue economy is a global concept.
It is.
And so, what Ocean Ambassadors, what they are doing today is just to bring it home. You know, the concept says everything blue economy, everything maritime, marine must be fused together. We can't work in isolation anymore. And that is what this entire event is about. So whether it's in the shipping sector or the fisheries or the environment, or the transportation, logistics, everything has to be married together, and development comes that way.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma.
you very
Have a lovely time.
You too.
Thank you. Still on the blue carpet of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation, I have with me Mr. Tunde Thomas. Good afternoon.
Thompson Mayego. My name is Tunde Thompson Mayego.
Okay, we have with us Mr. Tunde Thompson Mayego. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm alright.
So you've been into the event. What would you say you have learned from it?
Yes, being a Lagosian, an indigenous of Lagos, the organizer has just awakened my strength, my energy, and my character, so to speak, on the need for huge potentials, boundless optimism we have in maritime industry, where Lagos itself is a major stakeholder, where we have the natural water bodies compared to probably any other country across Africa.
So if you were to advise people going into maritime, what would you say to them?
Yes, because we have the advantage, like from the discussants out there, or when we're inside, we're meant to understand that Lagos itself is at the center of the world. So we have advantage. The advantage is boundaries. So we encourage people to go into it. That what we bring or spell economic prosperity for our people.
So if you were to rate the event over 100, what would be your rating?
Like my leader have said earlier, I think I rate it probably 120 over 100.
120 over 100. Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely time.
Nice.
Still on the blue carpet of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation, I have with us Mrs. EHINGBETI. Welcome, ma.
Thank you very
How
much.
are you doing, ma?
I'm fine, thank
You
you.
are looking really good.
Oh, thank you.
And I can see you're repping the entire sea economy because blue is the okay. So I would like to ask you. Now we know you are involved in maritime, obviously, but like to you, deep down, what does maritime mean? Not the definition, but how you feel about it.
Maritime is water, and water is economy. Even from way back in biblical days, anywhere there's water, there's activity of human economy. Things are brought in by water, taken away by water. So maritime means water. It covers shipping, it covers anything to do with the water. It covers it.
Yes, ma. So I would like to ask, because when I interviewed other women, they said there are some women in the maritime, but it's not enough. Would you agree with that?
Of course I would. As I am now, I've been in the maritime sector for about 30 years, and I am now the Vice President of the Nigerian Chamber of Shipping. And the Chamber of Shipping is an advocacy platform that has tried and is still trying to ensure that everybody, people like you, everyone understands the advantage of the maritime sector. But there aren't enough women who go to sea. Mainly sailors are men. But the funny thing is, a ship is called a ship, but it is men that work on it. Captains are men. But with a lot of advocacy, which part of our mandate, we've been making a little bit of headway, but not enough. For example, the International Maritime Organization, which is the overseer of every maritime business in the world, we were hoping that a woman would become the Secretary General, and an African woman for that matter. But we came forth. But we're not going to stop clamoring. We will continue.
Yes.
So yes, there's not enough women here at all.
Okay. So if you've seen the event, the interior, the people that came in, if you were to rate this event over 100, what would you give it?
Oh, I would rate this 80%. You know why? This is such an innovation. If you heard my speech in there, I said this is thinking out of the box.
Yes.
And I love things that will give idea. Everybody's going to go away now, understanding that we're standing on what used to be the seat of trade for West Africa, not only Lagos. And to revive that, I mean, you can see the canoe there. This is what they use then, but it can be revived with the input of the traditional rulers who are very powerful in Lagos. They can now start saying, okay, our fisherwomen are women that make nets, that go out to fish. How is it done now? Where they can modernize how they preserve their fish so it doesn't spoil. Ovens, deep freezers. These are things that is blue economy. Even having where people go to learn how to swim so that they can work on vessels is blue economy. Blue economy is anything to do with the water to enhance growth. Okay, we had a technical lecture up there, but when you bring it down to basics, women play a very big role because the fisherwomen are part and baggage of the Lagos economy. And then you want to eat a real fresh fish, you drive to Epe. Any riverine state, you drive to a certain area for good, healthy, fresh fish. In the Asian countries, the women, the fishermen, they go out at night, they risk their lives. So we can now come together and see how fishing can be done better and make that a major aspect of Lagos economy.
That's very, very beautiful. So, Ma, I would like to ask one more question. If you, to those that are coming into maritime, that are stepping into maritime now, what advice would you give them? Is there something they should do?
Okay, you don't step into maritime. You decide what you want to do.
Okay.
It's like going into medicine.
Okay.
When you're coming into maritime, you want to be a sailor. You go to the specific school, you learn it, you go through the rigors, and you come out a seaman, a seawoman, or whatever you become. You want to go into administration like I did. I came out, my degree was in public admin and international relations. I worked for a bit, but found myself by default in the maritime sector. I think it's because I was born on a boat. So my God brought me back to the maritime sector. So I realized I liked it. I did a bit of maritime law, a little diploma. I started liking the laws, the policies, and I see the potential of Nigeria as a very powerful maritime hub. People will be using this port. There's everything, there's so much activities on just the Lagos port alone and the whole of Nigeria. Along the coast, we have many coasts. So that's maritime admin. You may want to be a medical doctor that works on vessels. You need to be trained to understand maritime, seagoing, ship activity. There's a lot to do with maritime. So it's not just coming into maritime. But anybody wanting to come in, just come in and know that you're coming into a very exciting world.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Okay.
This was enlightening even for me. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, we are still live at the Ocean Ambassadors Foundation. Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
May we meet you, sir?
My name is William Amora.
Okay, sir. Sir, to you, what does maritime mean to you?
Maritime. It means a lot to my wife, not to me, because I'm into landscaping. But as a matter of fact, when you come to talk about the blue economy they're talking about, the resources that we can generate, from water and the environment, that's what I basically looking at.
Okay. So if you were to rate the event, you've been inside, over 100 hours, what would it be?
90%.
90? Okay. That is beautiful. So thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Have a lovely time.
You're welcome.
Live on the blue carpet of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation, we have the brains and the brands behind everything, behind this whole event. We have here Miss Olaita Violet Williams. Welcome, ma.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing, ma?
I'm fine.
I can see you are slightly stressed. It's showing. But
I'm happy.
yeah, it was a beautiful event. Ma, I would like to ask you a question. You have been hosting a lot of maritime events. You have been trying to push out enough knowledge about maritime to the entire world. I want to know, how much did it take to do this in particular?
Wow, it's a research program and it took me like 10 months to get that documentary put together. It's like it's a rich work.
So, ma, when I was interviewing other people, other females, they were like, you are a pace setter. You are somebody that they look up to. One even said you are setting a new trend. Ma, I want to know, what is the inspiration behind everything?
Because I come from EHINGBETI and we've never had role models in the maritime industry. So what we lack is what I'm bringing to the fore for the upcoming generation and even for our leaders to know that we must not miss out in this blue economy because we come from coastal community.
So, ma, regarding the EHINGBETI Maritime Hub, which other ways are you looking for to push the narrative?
This is the beginning. We are going to push for the book. We are going to meet and submit our community.
How much you got? You remove your money,
To the
down the price, maybe not to
to the government and to the president.
That's a lot. And that's very impressive, ma. I have to say. So to the people that are coming into maritime, where be it the water sector, be it the transportation sector, what are the core values you think they should have?
Resilience,
Resilience,
determination, and they don't look back because it could be frustrating.
So when you've been frustrated?
Several, even for this one, I don't have any person. But it always turns out beautiful.
Yes, I asked a lot of the guests how if they were to rate the event. The least we got was 80% over 100. So 80%, so that's a lot. They were literally complimenting it. So ma, I would like to ask you one final question. How do you balance this maritime thing with your personal life?
I am maritime. My personal life is maritime because I believe in it. Because I come from a coastal community and I am proud of where I come from, EHINGBETI.
Okay. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We hope to see you in the next event. When is the book launch coming up?
Very soon.
Very, very soon. Okay, ma. Have a lovely time.
Thank you.
We are still live on the blue carpet of the Ocean Ambassadors Foundation. Welcome, ma.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Fine, nice to have you.
You are looking very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
The outfit is beautiful. Yes, but so
I didn't dress like a Lagosian.
okay, yes, but so what's your knowledge on the EHINGBETI Foundation?
I think I know a bit about it, especially I believe that Lagos is for water, Lagos is for the custodian of the story, and that is why we're here and we want to hear about more, especially on the economy.
Okay, well, so if you were to rate your expectations for 20%, over 100, what would it be?
100%.
Oh wow, 100.
100.
Okay.
And I can't expect this because of the person behind it. Light and Williams, alias Mama Blue Economy.
Okay, so if you were to, we need to ask you one more question. So regarding the maritime, there are other people that are considering coming into maritime. So what advice would you give them?
You see, maritime is very good. Especially like me, I'm into maritime. I'm former president of Women in Maritime Africa. So we have a lot of people in the industry, but we need more women to be inclusive in the maritime sector.
That is beautiful. We need more women inclusive. Yeah, that is very beautiful, ma. Thank you so much for that. Have a lovely time.
Thank you.
Okay, still live on the blue carpet of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation. I have two beautiful ladies. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi,
good afternoon. How are you doing? Please introduce yourself.
my name is Nicolo Ajayi, and associate at Abab Valley.
That is beautiful. How about you? My name is Chima Sophia, and associate at Abab Valley. Wow, beautiful. I would like to ask you just two questions. So, to you, what does maritime mean to you?
Well, maritime the activities across water,
Okay, so what about you?
Pretty much the same thing. It encompasses everything that goes on in water space, transportation, movement of people, movement of cargo. That's pretty much it.
Thank you. So, if you were to rate the entire event over 100, what would it be? 90. Okay, what about you?
Same.
A 90?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. You guys are looking really nice. Have a lovely day. We are live on the blue carpet of Oceans Foundation's Ambassador with Her Majesty. Good afternoon, Mom.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing, Mom? You are reeking of royalty. So, Ma, if you were to say something about maritime, what would it be?
Well, I would say it's the mainstay of the well-being of the people of the riverine area of Nigeria, of welcome. And I'm so glad that ladies of American economy have been with the umbrella of Ocean Ambassador. Actually, some places of very well attended by the stakeholders. It's wonderful. It's been a successful day.
Thank you so much. It has been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful event as the Ocean Ambassadors Foundation has done quite a number of awards by presenting the establishment of Lagos Blue Economy Project and the renaissance of EHINGBETI Maritime Hub. So my name is Inumidu. We have interviewed quite a number of guests and artists and people all over, and also people that have involved themselves in everything sea economy and maritime. My name is Inumidu. This is me signing out, and this is BJF TV.